All right, here we go. We're talking about a complex of showers and thunderstorms headed our way tonight as we head off to bed and into the early morning hours of Tuesday. The Storm Prediction Center has already put us under a level 1 risk for some isolated strong to severe thunderstorms. So damaging winds would be the main threat out of that. We'll walk you through the rest of the potential for severe weather coming up here in just a few minutes. So it's damaging winds and torrential downpours that will lead to localized flooding and flash flooding issues during the overnight hours. So when you break it down, I've got damaging winds in the moderate category, medium category, efficient rain producers out of these storms because we've just got a saturated, juicy atmosphere. I've got in the high category, so do anticipate some localized flooding and flash flooding during the overnight hours. I do have tornado on the low side. It is possible, not likely, but these kind of disturbances typically bring us heavy rain and damaging winds in its path, but because we have the dynamics in the atmosphere, can't rule out some spin in the atmosphere as well. So make sure you have a way to receive your weather information during the overnight hours. The East Tennessee Weather app is a great tool. Download it today. Go to the Google Play Store or the App Store and search East TN Weather, all one word. The interactive radar is great, giving you current, past, and future radar. You get your daily forecast weather updates, which is what this is. And, of course, access to all weather information. If I were to break in to do live severe weather coverage, you can watch right there from your cell phone. So just past midnight or so, we're going to be tracking this complex of thunderstorms racing their way in from the north and northwest to the southeast. And that's going to produce very heavy rainfall and likely to be a very soggy start to our Tuesday morning. Tuesday into Wednesday, we have a level 1, level 2 risk for some localized flooding and flash flooding issues as well, not to mention a level 1 risk for severe storms because we have another complex of storms that will produce damaging winds, heavy rain, and isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out of that system. Freezing level is pretty much too high anyways for any sort of hail out of these storms. But we'll see some lingering showers for the first part of our Tuesday after that first complex, and then some scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. But the main event, again, comes in as we get into the sunset hour and beyond as that next complex, that next wave swings its way on through. So the potential for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches of rainfall cannot be ruled out over the next couple of days as we track these complexes. After that, the heat starts to build as high pressure builds on in. That's going to shut our rain chances down as we get into our Thursday. They'll kind of pop back up a little bit Friday and Saturday. So here's the big picture of what we're talking about to give you an idea of how the broad perspective of how this is all playing out. Strong to severe thunderstorms. Here's the first complex of thunderstorms coming through tonight into tomorrow morning. That's going to produce the heavier rainfall and damaging winds. Then we get into our Tuesday. Flash flood risk is definitely there. The severe weather risk is definitely there as well as that next complex comes through Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. You can see in the northwesterly flow pattern how it's setting up across the upper Midwest, the northern Great Plains, sliding to the south and southeast, producing damaging winds and torrential downpours as it does so. So a couple waves on the way, and then that ridge of high pressure starts to build on in, but it's going to leave a river of destruction, path of destruction in its wake with heavy rain and damaging winds over the next couple of days. Temperature-wise, we're going to be warming, as I mentioned, back into the mid-90s, kind of similar to how we started the month. Humidity is going to be way up there. Dew points are going to be in the 70s. So that produces an afternoon heat index value pushing close to heat advisory criteria, which is 105 degrees or hotter. So like I mentioned, it looks like we are going to stay this way potentially all the way through the first 2 weeks of August. And as the storms come on through over the next couple of days, make sure you have a way to receive that weather information. A lot of you have been sending in views from the potential or from some of the flooding that we've seen over the last, we saw it on Monday, on Sunday anyways. So I want to leave you with a few views from your eyes. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.